meeting to order. City of Groves, notice of a regular meeting of City Council Chamber, Groves City Hall, October 11th, 2021, at 5 p.m. Would y'all rise for prayer and pledge, please? Dear Heavenly Father, we ask for your guidance in tonight's business. And we ask that you be with Councilmember McAdams' wife as she comes out of surgery today. We also ask that you guide this city in the upcoming months, protect all of our festival goers, all of our citizens, first responders, and all of our staff. In your name we pray. Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mom, that's in my school.
City Secretary, roll call, please.
Mayor Bourne.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Dayton.
Here.
Councilmember Dugas.
Here.
Councilmember McAdams. Councilmember Oliver.
Here. Thank you. I'd like to welcome everybody to tonight's meeting and welcome our special guests as well. Item 4 will be approve the minutes of the September 27th, 2021 City Council meeting and the September 29th, 2021 special meeting.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes from the September 27th, 2021 City Council meeting and the September 29th, 2021 special meeting.
I'll second.
A motion and second for the approval of the minutes from the September 27th, 2021 City Council meeting and the September 29th, 2021 special meeting. Do I have any questions? Any questions? Being no questions, we'll vote on the motion. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Baden.
Aye.
Councilmember Dugas.
Aye.
Councilmember Oliver.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 5 will be the presentations and proclamations. And we do have some to give out today. Oh, you're good. I know you.
I'd like to introduce,
Absolutely.
these are our special girls from the Groves Chamber. They won in their categories. I have our pecan queen, Isabel Collin. Hi, everyone. And our princess, Alexandria Cordinas. And these two special young ladies, this one, pull her sash so y'all can see it. Petite Miss is Abella Seha.
It's when you say Abella Owens.
Oh. Did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
In our little miss, we have here Aspen Guy.
All right. City of Groves, Texas, Office of the Mayor Proclamation. I, Chris Bourne, by virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of Groves, Texas, do hereby recognize the following 2021 Groves Pecan Festival royalty. Queen Isabella Collin, Princess Alessandra Cardenas, Junior Miss Molly Lira, Countess Lillian Hallmark, Duchess Savannah Schrader, Little Miss Aspen Guy, and Petite Miss Abella Sehan. Abella Elise Sehan. On behalf of the City Council of City of Groves, I offer my congratulations to the Queen and her court. In testimony whereof witness my hand in the seal of the City of Groves this 11th day of October 2021.
Y'all want to come stand in front? I know your mother's definitely want pictures.
Yes, y'all be sure to get some pictures.
Definitely.
The mayor wants, y'all want pictures with the mayor too, right?
I don't want to break the camera.
That's a tradition. The mayor's with them.
Yep.
That's a tradition. You know, I'm gonna get this last one in.
Move this back out of the way for you.
Can we just have to accept it? I guess we're good here. Come on, come take a picture with
Where's the
us. Oh, she took off.
Come back.
I'll turn this way. Okay, sit back. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Again, congratulations, and we look forward to having y'all represent the city for this upcoming year.
Thank you. Y'all are so nice.
Y'all too. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Mommy.
All right, item 5A or 6. Reports. Any reports today? No reports. Item 6 also will be citizen comments. Do we have any citizen comments at this time? Name and address, please.
Michael Countpiece, 6575 Verde. I've been very reluctant to come before the council, but it's just been pressing on me to at least get this information to you. August the 28th, I received a text asking me some questions. On the 29th, I received another text sarcastically asking me why I didn't answer the first question. And I texted back the answer, and then a few more texts were exchanged. September the 24th, I received a couple of more texts questioning me about my sign placements at 2 separate locations. And at both those locations, they were not on private property. On the 29th, I received a threatening phone call. Individual, the number was blocked. The gentleman that called me claimed that I was on their property, and I informed him that I thought that I was on the right-of-way. He said, well, you're not, and you have until noon to get that sign off our property. I said, well, sir, I'm en route to bring my wife to get her eye surgery, and it will be late this evening before I get back. Can I move it then? He said, no, if it's not moved by noon, I'm calling Norman and filing charges on you. And I said, okay. And I left it at that. Then something wasn't right with that call, so I said, well, I'm just going to wait. I didn't move the sign. I was going to wait, see if I get another call back. Well, I didn't get that call back, so I figured something wasn't right with that call. A few days later, at that one location that was identified, my sign started coming up missing. I replaced that sign 4 times, which was not on private property. I was told that the manager of that business had not given me permission, so I walked in and talked to that manager, and he said he had no idea of what was happening. That's what I was told. So I continued to replace my signs until 4 of them came up missing. I said that was enough. Then a few days later, some more of my signs started coming up missing. A total of 16 of my signs are missing. Those things aren't cheap. It's been over $100 worth of my signs that are coming up missing. So I can only conclude that I don't know who's doing it, but once you receive a text questioning you about 2 locations, and then those signs start coming up missing, I can only say that my missing signs have to be tied back to that person. So all I'm asking is if that person can see the recording or hear it here, please stop taking my signs. That's all I ask. They're not cheap. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Any other citizen comments? Any other citizen comments? All right, item 7A, we consider approval of a carnival license application for the Groves Pecan Festival to be held in Lions Park November 4th through the 7th, 2021. Mr. Roman?
Yes. I think all the council and the mayor has copies of the license application. I talked to Jason Wagner, who's the owner of Black Carnival, and he gave me these 18 rides that he's probably planning on bringing. I don't know if what they do, from what I understand, is that they give you a list of rides and then they'll pick whatever number out of that selection. Now, and then of course attached is their liability insurance that the Carnival has for their Carnival. To go a little further, which is just for information, I've also talked to Jason, and between now and the 1st of November, I've requested AR 100s on all the rides, which are that's a form number for state inspections from the rides. And at that time, I'll get that. We'll furnish the chief, Lance Beto, those AR 100s so they can review, because normal procedure is the day before the festival, the fire department goes and inspects the rides to make sure they're all meet the standards. So, but anyway, this one here is just to, I have to pay the city, is it $250 or $300? Kim?
$250.
$250, if y'all approve it. And that's to get a permit so they can come into Lions Park. And that's what this is about.
We'll need a motion in a second.
Oh, okay. I make a motion to consider approval of a carnival license application for the Groves Pecan Festival to be held in Lions Park, November the 4th through the 7th, 2021.
Second.
A motion and a second for consider the approval of a carnival license application for the Groves Pecan Festival to be held in Lions Park, November 4th through the 7th, 2021. Are there any questions? Mr. Bono, we've used Wagner's before.
Yes, Jason Wagner is actually the son of the Wagner that was here in Groves for many, many years through 14. And his dad passed away sometime after that, and he now is the owner. But Wagner's Carnival was here they were here way before I was chairman director of the chamber. So yes, they've been here before.
Did you, Mr. Bono, did you say they'll pick rides out of this, or these are all the rides?
No, what my experience is with the other years that carnivals, they give you a list of what they have or considering to bring. Now, how many they'll put out there, because it all depends on the room, is how many they put out there. So, no, I doubt very seriously all these rides will be put out there, but it'll be a selection out of here. And that's why it's so important to get the AR 100s from this group, so the fire department can review all that.
Okay, thank you.
So you pay, the chamber pays a fee per ride?
No, the way that's worked with them, with the carnivals, is that whatever the gate is for the festival, we get a percentage and they get of course, bigger percentage. And that's the way the chamber makes its money from the carnival. They do.
Okay.
Have any other questions? Any other questions? If no other questions, we'll vote on the motion. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Baden.
Aye.
Councilmember Dugas.
Aye.
Councilmember Alden.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks, sir. Item 7B will consider approval of an application for hotel occupancy tax revenue funds to be used for advertising costs for the Groves Pecan Festival.
Yeah. This was a application that we started using, I don't know, it was around 2004 or 5 that the city has. And I filled it out, and on the back side, we're asking for, although we're going to, our estimation is to spend $16,090. We're asking the city for $15,000 in hotel motel money. And if you look on the last page, Miss Elda Godet is with Ego Media. She's here with me tonight. And anyway, this is the layout of what our plans are as far as the advertising. that we're going to use for the festival. And it's a mixture of billboards to radio, to TV, to newspaper, magazines. And I think it's a very diverse, and she'll be glad to answer any questions, or I will either.
Need to make a motion?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I make a motion to consider approval of an application for hotel occupancy tax revenue funds to be used for advertising costs for the Groves Pecan Festival.
I second.
A motion and a second to consider the approval of an application for hotel occupancy tax revenue funds to be used for advertising costs for the Groves Pecan Festival. Do I have any questions?
Well, I would like to ask something. Your application's for $15,000, but the actual cost is $16,090. Is the chamber going to absorb it?
Yes, we're going to absorb whatever the overage of 15. And it may be less, maybe more, I don't know. But the board has given me the authorization, if we have overage over 15, that the chamber would pay the overage.
Okay.
So we're just asking for 15, flat 15.
And who was with you today for the
This is
advertising?
Elda Godet from Eagle Media.
Hi.
She's done fantastic. She really does a great job.
Do any of these include Facebook advertising, or
Yeah, we
has
have.
that already been done?
Let's see, the radio station is doing some posts
Okay.
as a part of their package. I know Ronnie does, the chamber does some Facebook
Yeah.
also.
And I approved some for the radio station the other day.
And it also included in this is a lot of digital advertising. So
Right.
besides Facebook, it's all over the internet.
And radio, we give wristbands away on, on a couple of the radio stations, Humans Radio.
Mr. Sosa, do we have the money to put this out there?
Yes, Mayor. Our hotel motel tax funds have been very steady, and they usually are in the neighborhood of about $70,000 a year.
Are there any other questions? Any other questions? Being no other questions, we'll vote on the motion. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Baden. Councilmember Dugas.
Aye.
Councilmember Oliver.
Aye.
Motion approved.
On behalf of the chamber and the festival boards, I want to thank the council for supporting this. I think it's going to be good for Groves. I hope we hit it like Port Nate just did for theirs. But I also want to thank you for the proclamation tonight. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Mr. Bono. Item 7C will be consider acceptance of a grant in the amount of $23,160 from Firehouse Subs for 3 thermal imaging cameras and accessories.
Mayor and Council, I believe the fire chief is here and one of his firefighters. I think the firefighter, Mr. Hayden, really worked on this pretty much by himself and was able to find the grant and do the paperwork and get the city $23,660 for some thermal imaging cameras that we can really use in the fire department. So if you have any questions, please feel free.
I will need a motion in a second as well.
I make a motion that we accept this grant from Firehouse Subs in the amount of $23,160 for 3 thermal imaging cameras and accessories.
A second.
A motion and a second for the acceptance of a grant in the amount of $23,160 from Firehouse Subs for 3 thermal imaging cameras and accessories. Do I have any questions? Is this the first time we've gotten a grant from Firehouse Subs? Is there more out there?
Yeah, on their frequently asked questions, it says you can continue to apply after one's been granted.
Have grants for new fire stations.
I don't think they.
A new fire truck.
They did
We
say.
could ask.
They did say ask for whatever you think you need. Don't worry about the price. So.
Gotcha. This thermal imaging, is this something that we have now and we're upgrading, or?
Yes, the last ones we bought were in 2000, the last one we bought was in 2012. And Hayden has done a lot of research on them, and they've changed exponentially since then. Technology, exactly right. So.
This is just a picture. Y'all can pass it around. This is the exact model we're going to get.
If you're unfamiliar with the thermal imaging camera helps you find not only the fire easier when it's hidden, but it will also help you find victims inside of a fire.
Oh, that's wonderful. May I ask, how did you find out about this grant?
Well, if you go to a firehouse subs and they ask you, do you want to round up your bill to go to the grant fund? Every time someone purchases something, if it's $750, they say you want to round up to $8, and 70% of the grant fund comes from the patrons that do that, and then the rest comes from just firehouse subs, where else they get their money. But they have advertisements too, I've seen on Facebook, and some other departments have received them before for different things.
Whenever we had the fire behind HEB on, was it Woodlawn? Allison. Did you have that camera? That camera you have now?
We did have the camera, but the firemen did not have it with them.
They didn't have it with them. That would have been awesome. They would have.
Yeah.
Was this one per truck?
This is for one per truck. We currently have two. Like Chief said, one of them's
2012.
the newest one's 2012. The other
And then
one's
the other one's probably
06.
2006.
And then the one before that's like
heavy and bulky.
98.
Heavy carry.
It's a truck line weight is what it is with baby.
my biggest concern was wanting 3 is the truck we take to Port Neches and Deerland on automatic mutual aid responses does not have a 1 on it. And our firemen are often what's called a RIT team, which